The official launch of Ethiopia's National Determined Contribution Implementation Plan was carried out in the presence of key figures including Deputy Prime Minister TemesgenTiruneh, ministers, heads of federal and regional institutions, and delegates from various international bodies. During his address, the Deputy Prime Minister underscored Ethiopia's acute vulnerability to climate change-induced phenomena, particularly recurring droughts and floods. He stressed the imperatives for robust global collaboration to encounter this purposive threat, which disproportionately impacts developing nations.
ኢትዮጵያ ችግሩን በዘላቂነት ለመቋቋም ተግባራዊ ምላሽ ያስፈልጋል ብላ የምታምን ሀገር ናት።
Ethiopia is a country that believes practical responses are necessary to solve problems sustainably. Climate change cannot be addressed through speeches and discourses alone. It requires taking concrete actions. Ethiopia is implementing policies and strategies that bring about tangible changes.
Ethiopia's news agency's report shows Ethiopia has an unwavering commitment to this cause, citing recent successful initiatives mentioned by the Deputy Prime Minister, with special focuses on the country's Green Legacy initiative. Ethiopia is implementing a diverse array of measures to combat climate change, yielding concrete and measurable outcomes. The Deputy Prime Minister also outlined the nation's ambitious 30-year strategy for sustainable economic growth and reduced carbon emissions.
The government has a plan to create a sustainable and secure environment through tracking climate change and its impacts. An example for this is creating an economy that can't be slackened by climate change, which is part of the 10-year strategic plan. The Green Legacy was started 5 years ago with an aim to plant 20 billion seedlings. This year's Green Legacy program officially began a few weeks ago.
He called upon all relevant stakeholders and development partners who love Ethiopia to provide their usual support and participation in implementing the initiative, extending gratitude and respect to all Ethiopians, development partners, civil society members, and private sectors, various sections of the society, and friends of Ethiopia for their active support and participation in the initiative since its inception. Temesgen elucidated that the climate-resilient green economic development forms a cornerstone of Ethiopia's decennial development plan. He further explained that the country's Green Legacy initiative is being executed in the manner that fosters regional development and mutual benefits with neighboring nations, reflecting on Ethiopia's demonstrated global commitment exemplified by the planting of over 32 billion seedlings in the past few years through extensive public mobilization. Temesgen urged universal participation in ensuring the success of this year's Green Legacy initiative.
This initiative demonstrates our desire to develop alongside neighboring countries and our policy-backed approach in action. For the completion of the legacy, I call upon universal parties to involve in this task too. All our people, the civil societies, private trade organizations, and other collaborating individuals who participated in this legacy deserve thanks.
The Green Legacy is reckoned to lighten global worries in relation to climate change, which is now becoming a universal threat. Upon creating a green environment elsewhere on Earth, nature can be reserved, species can exist, and life blooms.